Hello students, in this video we will be talking about peroxisome, the structure and function. Now the word peroxisome can be divided into two, peroxy and some. Peroxy, this word comes from hydrogen peroxide. Now hydrogen peroxide is a compound which is synthesized and also is degraded within the peroxisome, and some means body. Now, this organelle was discovered by Christian D. Duve in 1965. The chemical formula of hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. Now, peroxisome is a very simple and a double membrane bound cell organelle. That means it has got a double membrane, and it's a very small organelle. So the diameter is about 0.1 to 1.0 micrometer. And this organelle is present in all the eukaryotes. So we will find this in all the eukaryotic animals. And it contains a very dense crystalline core of oxidative enzymes. There are approximately more than 50 enzymes present within this peroxisome. Now the enzymes that are present here are all mostly oxidase and catalase enzymes. Now, this organelle, they lack DNA and ribosome. Unlike mitochondria and chloroplast, they were having their own DNA. But this organelle does not have their own DNA. Therefore, all the proteins that are present within peroxisome are made by the nuclear gene, and then they are transported back to this peroxisome. Either they are synthesized in the ribosome of the cytosol or in the endoplasmic reticulum. Now this organelle, they can divide themselves on their own, just like the mitochondria, and therefore it is assumed that they might also have the endosymbiotic origin, but there is many debate about this, that they might have this endosymbiotic origin because they have that ability to divide and reproduce. This particular peroxisome also synthesizes an enzyme called luciferase. This is an enzyme which helps to emit light. I hope you have all seen fireflies. You have seen fireflies can emit light. This light is produced by this particular enzyme luciferase, which is made within the peroxisome. Now another important thing is that this particular peroxisome organelle is found in high quantity in liver and kidney because they can detoxify the xenobiotics. What are xenobiotics? Xenobiotics are chemicals that are formed within the body due to chemical reaction, which is not natural and is very, very harmful for the body. So it is very important to degrade or to detoxify our body by destroying all these xenobiotics. This is done by the peroxisome within the liver and kidney because that is the place where most of the xenobiotics gets stored. Now talking about the function, this peroxisome is a multifunctional organelle. That means it has got many functions. The first one being beta oxidation. Beta oxidation is a process in which fatty acids have been broken down. That means it is a catabolism of a very long fatty acid chain. It can just be a long chain or it might also be a branched chain. So breaking down of fatty acid is called as beta oxidation, which takes place mainly in two organelles. One is mitochondria and another one is peroxisome. So obviously this is one of the function of peroxisome, very important one. Then the next one is reduction of ROS. Now what is ROS? ROS means reactive oxygen species. These reactive oxygen species are very, very chemically reactive chemical species that contains oxygen, and for example peroxide, superoxide, all these things are there and is very harmful for the body. So and H2O2 is also a kind of reactive oxygen species. Now this is also been broken down within the peroxisome. How? Now R group is a different, like other group which is present with the H2. It combines with O2 with the help of oxidase and therefore it produces H2O2. Now H2O2 needs to be broken down. So two molecules of H2O2 will come together, it will be catalyzed to form water and oxygen. So finally water and oxygen are not harmful, but H2O2 was harmful, so it has been broken down into water and oxygen within the peroxisome. So finally we can get rid of this ROS, that is reactive oxygen species. Now the third function is It can biosynthesize plasmogen. Plasmogen is actually a protein which is present in the myelin sheath of the axon. I hope you have studied about the axon in class 9th, 10th maybe. Axons are the neurons are the actually the cells of the nervous system. Now they have axons. Axons has been insulated by certain insulating sheath that is called as a myelin sheath that has got plasmogen. Now the fourth function is 10% of the enzymatic activity of pentose phosphate pathway takes place within the peroxisome. I think you have not studied this pentose phosphate pathway, but you will study later on in biochemistry. So this is the 10% of this enzymatic activity takes place in this peroxisome. So these four are the major functions of peroxisome. Now, how does the peroxisome gets their protein, or protein means enzymes? First of all, the nucleus they have, since they do not have their own DNA, so the nucleus DNA will produce mRNA. From there, the protein will be synthesized with the ribosome on the endoplasmic reticulum. Therefore, finally from the endoplasmic reticulum, the protein will enter in the peroxisome, or else it will be produced within the cytosol. Oh, I have written cytosol. It will be cytosol. Cytosol of ribosome, and then it will move to the protein in the cytosol, and then finally to the peroxisome. This is how the protein is made for the peroxisome. But how does this protein enter? The proteins that are supposed to enter into the peroxisome will have peroxisomal targeting sequence, PTS1 or PTS2, any one of them. Then they will attach to the receptor on the peroxisome, which is present on the peroxisome receptors. It will attach to it, and then finally it will enter inside the peroxisome. So this is how the proteins are made